shit, right, there was one more thing I wanted to set up. Right now, the Ko-Fi is only set up to take a credit card and Stripe. I'm gonna just set it up really quickly to PayPal. Well, tonight, I would ask anyone who is support method instead use my Ko-Fi. Don't use it like that. This is just for. Oh yeah, the music's still going. It should be right. Yeah, right now. Don't use any other way right now apart from the Ko-Fi, just because anything else isn't going to work right. It's not going to get the money. Ko-Fi won't either right now, but the Ko-Fi's going to be the fastest way to get money. My PayPal's still frozen. We're trying to fix it too. But hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming up so far. I know that it has been a hot minute since I streamed last, huh? But we're going to be our best to stream today. Try to make it a fun time. This is a hotel. You might hear some people on it. Stuff. I'm gonna set up the PayPal right now. Although I can't accept anything off of it, I will do. Also, for the first person donate, or for the first person to whenever it happens, does donate to Ko-Fi, I've set up an alert notification. That should be good. The audio needs to be lower. All right, let's turn that down. But yeah, right now, Saf, actually from the Nightbot. Is that better? Hear me better now? Hello. Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs? No, you still can't. Oh my god. Alright, let's crank it down even more. Well now, surely you should be able to hear me over it. Am I just too far away from the mic? Is it not plugged in all the way? You might hear some feedback while I'm moving that about. Let me double check and make sure it's using the correct microphone too. Okay, it is. Oh, the music is bad. Maybe I'll just, if the music is going to be a problem, I'll shut it down for now. And let's off. It'd be nice if I got closer to the mic. Sadly, the setup here is not the greatest. So I think that's about as close as I'm going to get. I'm going to just very quickly mute. Actually, I can just mute that and test like this, and then I'll be able to hear what I sound like through the mic. I should have tested that first. Turn up the volume, guys. It sounds decent enough. Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of clicking. I do not have any of my normal setup. To go over what's been going on with me, why I've been on a hiatus, really, really quickly first. Let's just go. Wow. Wow. Hello, everybody. My god, it feels so long since I saw last. Have you been eating well? Have you been taking care of yourselves? Good to see you all again. Very happy to be here. Despite it's not for a great source. Oh, a stretch? Okay. This is going to go over here for now. Hello, long time no see. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and sadly, guys, not a lot of it's been great for me. The landlord I was with, for those who don't know, inflation in Canada has been absolutely, like, it's been ridiculous. Oh my god, please don't be super concerned about me. Okay, I'm gonna go over everything that's happened. I'm gonna go over everything that's happened so you guys can get a little bit of peace of mind. Alright? And we're gonna put on some chill Twitch streamer music. Chill Twitch royalty streamer. Let's just find something relaxed. Know who I actually know does free audio? White Bat Audio. I use them for a lot of my Cyberpunk game. Just open up theirs. They should have a nice chill playlist. Playlist. Which safe. Let's this one's called LA Sunset. Let's listen to that. That sounds kind of nice. They normally do synthwave. I'll be able to hear that right now. Hopefully that playing it doesn't kill the Wi-Fi. White Bat Audio is something I have always used. They're really, really good. Like, I love White Bat Audio. Here we go. So you should be able to hear that right now. No, you can't. Now you can. So, Jesus, it's like I've forgotten to stream. I'm gone for a week. Did you all forget about me? I didn't forget about you. I love you so much. All right, so to go over what's been happening. At the beginning of October, I tried to pay rent to my landlord, and they said, no, fuck you. They refused the rental payment. My model's going to be doing weird stuff all night tonight, and I can't really help that. It's not going to track my mouth super great, no matter what. So, it just as a note. They went, no, fuck you, and they refused to accept payment. Normally, you can't do that, or there's some protections against that. However, because of early on in the tenancy, I did have some financial issues. I missed paying them on the first directly, and so they were able to use that as an argument for why to evict me here, without needing to go through any court or me getting a chance to say my side at all that I had tried to pay them. To make matters worse, Thanksgiving in Canada is October 10th, and there is another holiday at the very end of November called Truth and Reconciliation Day. These are both bank holidays and stat holidays. So it was really difficult in the time frame where they gave me the notice to work anything else out. With my ID and my PayPal still frozen, it caused a lot of problems. So even though a lot of you supported, hi Mika, I'm just going over like what's been happening right now and why I'm streaming from a hotel. But I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. So going over what happened, although a lot of people supported in the subathon and I managed to get the money together to pay rent, the landlord just refused it and then claimed I never paid. The reason they did that is because, as I mentioned, inflation has been pretty nasty here in Canada, and a few days before they pulled this, I had noticed my apartment listed already. Hi, Supporty, thanks for coming by. I had noticed my apartment listed. They listed my apartment before I was even moved out of it at double the price of what I was paying. Now that's illegal. They can't raise the price on me that much. When there's someone occupying the unit, there are rental laws that only allow you to do it in small percentage increments. These people, they wanted to double the price of the unit. They couldn't do that with me there, so they just lied and said that I never paid them rent and evicted me. Now, I do have proof that I tried to pay rent, a series of text messages with them, my bank records, and so much more. The problem is, because they set up to evict me on Thanksgiving here in Canada, everything was closed. I did my best to try to find any sort of legal help I could whatsoever, anything to stop or slow it. I was unable to, not in time at least. Meaning that on the 11th, I was evicted. Meaning I'm currently streaming from the hotel I'm staying at, the Riviera. Funnily enough, it was... Sorry, I'm just trying to think about like where to go next with, because it's been an eventful. They really did plan this out to do dirty, and it's actually only gotten worse with them. Like it's actually, I was like, okay, well they've evicted me now, so like maybe they'll start acting like people. But I have more stories. There's this. I'm gonna end this off with some good news and some rays of hopes that have been shining through. So all is not lost, guys. I have been fighting my heart out here because, you know, I love streaming. You know, I love you all so much, and I've been doing my best. Like I've been kicking ass, and I've been doing a lot of things to fight back against them. These landlords are independent, meaning that I imagine that they have pulled this stuff before with people. And oh my god, look, first off, anyone, I'm going to say this right now up front. If you guys are having financial difficulties as well, do not contribute tonight. Please take care of yourselves. I would never, ever, ever, ever want to take food out of one of my beautiful, like, dancers' mouths. Okay? So, to carry on the 11th, I got evicted. The bailiff, the guy who did it, was actually super nice. I explained the whole situation to him, and he gave me a lot of advice on what I could do to fix this. I took my PC and, like, only what I needed out of that apartment at the time. Oh, ding! There's the ding! So, for those who don't know, I set up a Ko-Fi alert. So anytime someone donates, there's gonna be the loud ding. Oh, Mika, again, please do not use bits right now because that will take a while to come to me. So Twitch's payouts means that the next time I would receive any bits is next month's on the 15th. So if you guys want to support, I highly recommend doing it straight through the Ko-Fi. It's the fastest way to get to me. As always, subscriptions, bits, and stuff, I'm greatly appreciative of. It just will not count towards the goals on the stream tonight because that money, it will take me far too long to access. But yeah, thank you so much. The Ko-Fi link is right up there. But yeah, anytime there... So, to just pause my story for a moment, I'm going to move this over so you can actually see. Welcome to the dance, someone. We're going to move that over there for now. I'll find a better place for it later. But when I was recording the ding sound alert that I made for this, like at the exact same moment, and you can hear it if you listen carefully, and I'm not talking and there's probably no music going on, but it's actually quite loud. Someone outside the hotel, like, closed a dumpster or something really heavy, so the sound alert is ding, and then a very loud bong! Which is why I used the first take of it. I thought it was just really funny. So to go over what happened more, and I'm going to check on who donated there, and we'll get your rewards, and I'll shout out how much it was and everything like that in a moment. I want to finish kind of the story about what's been going on. So on the 11th, the bailiff, like, moved me out. I was only able to take a few things with me, a singular change of clothing, some essentials to, you know, survival, phone cord. I brought my expensive monitor, my PC out. And it's a good thing I did because this story gets a little dark with what they did to my stuff while I was gone. And it's super illegal what they did to my stuff. But they are just, yeah, we're going to get to that in a moment. It gets worse. So I took out what I could. On the 12th, I spent the whole day. There's an apartment I was looking at before this, by the way, that I was trying to get the application in before Thanksgiving so I could avoid getting evicted. But sadly, the application wasn't able to be finished in time for Thanksgiving, and I'll have more information on that in a moment. But essentially, the last 2 days, the 12th and then today, the 13th, I have been looking at every legal option I can. I'm playing. Ding! Welcome to the dance, Mika. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are those alerts just gonna stack up like that down there? Huh. The old one's not going away. I thought I set it up to go away with the other one. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all of this that happened, but to just carry out the story, on the 12th, I walked out from the hotel. I went to downtown Calgary. I spoke to the RTDRS and the Residential Tenancy Dispute Resolution Service, which is the worst acronym ever. Everyone I've spoken to has not called it the right acronym, and it took me forever to get it through my ADHD brain, but it's such a shitty acronym. It's the RTRDS, and it's so hard to say. And then they sent me somewhere else, and then someone else sent me somewhere else, and I spent all of the 12th getting bounced around between, like, resources, none of which were actually able to help me, and just kept sending me on to the next guy until it went legitimately and honestly full circle back to the RTDRS. Fuck it, I can't pronounce it anymore. We're just gonna call it the RT. So I did everything I could at the RT. During that time, I also went to the Court of Queen's Bench, which is the major courthouse here in Calgary, and I filed a motion to stay the default notice, the fake default notice that they gave me saying I never paid when I had tried to. I gave what little evidence I could because I'm locked out of my apartment and I wasn't able to take everything with me, but I had my phone, I had the text messages, and I filed it under urgent. So I'm still waiting to hear back from that. They told me I should have heard back on the same day, so I'm a little worried. I haven't heard back from them just yet, but I did file that. I also grabbed a bunch of paperwork to file on things that are going to take a lot longer to actually file on. After that, I had been in contact with the landlord throughout the entirety of the day, with them just being terrible to me. So the law states that, like, the 72 hours after being evicted in Alberta, they have to give me access to my things between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Within reason, so I can fetch critical things that I need from the apartment. After that 72 hours, anything I leave behind is considered abandoned goods. And abandoned goods in Alberta, I'm like a lawyer now. I spent, like, I know these specific court rules and court rulings and where to find this all in the legal handbooks. I spent all day on the 12th, like, doing insano levels of research. It gets, no, they're gonna do something worse. I'm gonna get into this in a minute. So, after the 72 hours, they can move it and store it for 30 days, and they can't do anything with it for 30 days. They have to either keep it in the apartment or they have to move it and store it if the value of the goods left behind is over $2,000. Now, I'm not a rich person, but I did have, like, a Nintendo Switch there, I have a TV, I have a cat tree, couches, bookshelves, a bed, and I have a few collector's items from things I've written in the past, studios I've worked with, and other things. I have some collector items. Like, I have a collector item for Far Cry 5. Only 6,000 of them were made. Mine is number 5,990. When it was sold retail, this collector's item was worth, like, it was almost $2,000 on its own. The landlord is trying to say, because it is, sadly, the law lets it be their judgment if it's worth more than $2,000, that all the stuff I left behind is literally worthless. They're like, oh yeah, you left stuff that's like a few $100. And they're trying to say things like, oh yeah, this TV, which is a fairly new model that I had, yeah, I gave someone a TV like that a few days ago for $0. And so I was like, okay, what TV is it? And they went, don't play that game with me. They refused to give me the name of the civil agency that evicted me, the bailiff, because I wanted to get in contact with them. They, like, just flat refuse. So yesterday I went with a police escort to go and try and pick up a few things. I texted them throughout the day. The police escort was super late. It was originally I was gonna, like, show up at 3:30, but they never set, like, a time that they were gonna leave by. Meaning that I thought I had until 8 p.m., which is what the law states. I texted them throughout the day. I was like, hey, just waiting on the police, still waiting on the cops, because I want the police to be there for any, like, just this way they can have in their police reports everything that's said and shit like that. So they left at 7 p.m. without telling me or mentioning anything. So the police escort was on their way. The police called them and was like, hey, are you ready to do this? And they went, no, I'm eating dinner right now with my family. He can't come in. He can't get anything unless he can't come in or get anything. So I just had to go back to the hotel with empty-handed. The police set up that I would be able to come today to get some stuff. I did a bunch of other stuff as well, blah, 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 fast forwarding. I stopped by the RTDRS, confirmed that everything that they were doing was illegal, and I asked the RTDRS to give me anything that I could show them, but sadly there's nothing I can do to stop them from throwing out all my stuff. I can only do something once there's nothing for me, sadly. Short of retaining a lawyer literally tomorrow or tonight, and then getting them to send them legal letterhead, but that's expensive. I do not have a car. I have no vehicle. I have no way of getting the stuff out of the house. Lunabelle, I can't I gotta be careful about stuff like that because this is a legal matter right now, remember? Meaning that if anyone were to pull this video later on and see that my chat was threatening them, it could cause difficulties for me down the line. I've done everything above board so far. So to carry on with what happened today, because today was nuts. I suffer from pretty severe PTSD, guys, and it got triggered badly today. I almost had a breakdown, and I'm going to explain how. After I got all this stuff from the RTDRS, that was at least like the actual law and an application if they did throw any of my crap out, like what I could do for it. They told me certain steps to take when I was at the apartment, and when I got there, the officer was very, very nice, set me up. I got in. They were horrible. They started screaming at me immediately. There's two landlords. It's a woman and her husband. The husband was shining at a flashlight at me the entire time. The wife, the landlady, was recording and just berating me and like yelling at me and saying like, anything that you don't take today, you didn't consider valuable enough to take. And I was trying to say no on the recording, and she would just keep cutting me off and being shrill and loud. And I suffered a lot of child abuse in the past, one of which was I really liked stuffed animals and such when I was a kid, and my dad, to try to toughen me up, tore them all in half and threw them out, and did things like that to punish me at times. And I got a few stuffed animals for myself and my girlfriend when she was staying here. The landlord, when they went through the apartment, they took all of my belongings, clothing, electronics, precious memories that I had, my D&D miniatures, my Final Fantasy XIV cookbook, and they put it in with moldy, rotten fruit and other trash that they claim was left in the apartment. Meaning that, like, to get any of my things, I had to open up trash bags, and I had to dig through trash today because they were still in the apartment, but they had put everything in these trash bags. It was very degrading. It felt very dehumanizing, and I got a little set off. Thankfully, I didn't yell. I kept my calm. I kept my temper. Talking about this is actually pretty difficult for me right now. I can feel myself tearing up a little bit, but it was really difficult. The whole time they were screaming at me. The officer, sadly, he was there to keep the peace, but there wasn't much he could do. He did deliver some ice cold lines in my defense to them that I'll get to in a moment that helped me calm down. So when I went through the trash bags for some of my things, I was so frustrated and upset that I just upended the trash bags with my things and all the trash that they put in it onto the floor. And I took recordings of this too. So I have a recording that my stuff was put in with moldy, rotting fruit. Like things that are very clearly not. Like things that shouldn't have been thrown. That stuff. Because they were sneering at me the entire time, like, oh, if you want to take it, just take the whole bag. Like, if there's not trash in there, just take the whole bag. Like, they were snarky and awful. So I upended the trash bag. I had to go through it to find just some changes of clothing. It's all filthy. I'm gonna have to find a way to wash it in this hotel. And I got some important things for me and my girlfriend. Sadly, a lot of the stuffed animals are pretty. They're pretty I need a moment, guys. They're pretty destroyed. I think I can clean them up, but I don't know. It just really seeing them and talking about them. It puts me back to my childhood, and not in a good way. One of the stuffed animals that was really, really dirty and filthy is a stuffed animal that looks exactly like one of my cats. Oh, I didn't even talk about the cats during all of this. The cats are safe. For those of you who are fans of Pixel 8-Bit and Texel, I'm paying a cat sitter. It's costing me through the nose to do it, but they have been an absolute shining beacon. They know my situation. I found them online in Calgary. They are looking after the cats. They send me pictures every day of the girls, and they have even offered to hold them longer than I paid for while I'm trying to figure things out. So huge thank you to them. I don't know what I would do if I had to worry about the cats during all this, but I might share the pics on my Discord in the selfies thing. Yeah, absolutely. They've been really good. Anyways, so when I upended the trash bin to find my stuff, the landlady lost it. Like she went full psycho mode. She began kicking the walls and screeching. Like I don't know how else to describe what she was doing. She was screaming and just kicking the walls and kicking boxes and just losing her fucking mind. Because the cops said that I didn't have to clean up the trash because technically, as they put it, I was going through my belongings. So she lost her mind. I was on the phone with my little sister at the time because after seeing what had happened to some of my stuff, it set me off pretty badly, and I needed to hear a friendly voice. So I called my little sister up, and she was great. My little sister, I love my little sister. She's fucking nuts. She was like ready to throw down with this landlord. They got into an argument over the phone because I had put her on speaker while I was trying to pick things up, and the landlord was continuously berating me while I was trying to do anything. I can't even go over most of the things. Anyway, she totally lost her mind and just began screeching and kicking stuff. And the constable, the officer, I'm a big guy, I'm like 6 foot. This landlord is not a big person, but the constable said that River, we need to leave now because she is going to turn this into a physical altercation. Listen, I'm a big guy. I am not saying I would instigate a physical altercation, but if it came to that, I am not afraid to drop someone smaller than me. I have had a very tough life. I have been stabbed by people who are smaller than me. I know that you do not mess around with someone who is physically threatening to harm you. So that's kind of how that has shaked out. This fundraiser is in part to hopefully help me earn enough funds that I can sustain my stay at the hotel room so I can afford moving out my stuff tomorrow. Now, despite all this bad news and the insanity of the landlords, I do have some really good news. And I want to share that with you all now, so this way we can kind of end this and start the stream on a high note. I actually also have no fucking idea what I'm going to stream yet. It's been a very stressful day, and I'm just happy to be here with everybody tonight. You guys know that this is what I love to do, streaming and entertaining. It actually calms me down. I find it work, and I put work hours into it, but it's a work I love, you know? Oh, there was a really good song. Sorry, I'm ADHD. To get back to it, I'd like to move my stuff out tomorrow. That's what this fundraiser is to help to do, as well as to get me more time staying at this hotel. And anyone who wants to help directly with that without going through Ko-Fi, you can let me know, and I can help set that up. Right now, I have enough money in my bank account to survive. So that's good thing number one. Let's start it off right there. Number two, I put down a deposit on a place already. The application has already been sent and gone through. Now, because I'm a streamer, the new landlords, which is a corporate place, told me my income isn't reliable enough. Which is okay, because they told me if I could find a co-signer, they would, like, someone to go in on the lease with me. Even if they're not living there, they would accept me. So, again, my little sister, who's only like 2 years younger than me, offered to co-sign for me. So she co-signed it, we sent the application out, The dude who sends the applications out looked at everything and went, nice, nice, nice. I'm like 80% sure they're going to process your application and you'll be accepted tomorrow. The conundrum. I only have enough money right now in my bank account for one of two things. I can either secure my things in a storage place here in Calgary, or I can move myself out of the hotel and into Edmonton without any of my shit. Now, although the landlord is supposed to hold it for 30 days, I don't think they're going to do that. And if they did, I don't want to see what condition my stuff is going to be in. Meaning, right now, for you all to know, the priority right now is for me to secure my things. Get it out of there. So, tomorrow, I'm going to be spending most of the day trying to find someone who's willing to move, store my things on short notice right now. And sadly, it's money that I'm basically wasting, because if I'm accepted at this place, I would be able to move out immediately if I had enough funds to do both. Sadly, I do not. And this fundraiser, it will not give me the funds to do enough unless I can find someone who's like, hey, your fundraiser did really well. Here, I'm in Canada. I'm going to loan you some money. It would have to be from a Canadian. And I don't think that's super likely. So this money is for once I'm moved in. After I can find someone to move my stuff, I'm going to try to talk about extending my stay in this hotel. Hey, thank you for the raid, Ginge. We're talking about about some heavy stuff right now. I was evicted recently. This is a fundraising stream to fix some of the problems, and I'm just letting my audience know kind of what's going on with me the last little bit. But thank you for coming by. This has been on a hiatus. I've been dealing with like cartoonishly evil landlords lately. It's been nuts. So the general plan right now is to get my stuff moved and stored before the landlord goes any more in sicko mode and destroys my things. I've already set up court stuff to fight what they've done and what they're doing. Sadly, all of that takes a lot of time. Meaning that the general plan, move my stuff, store it, and sadly continue to hemorrhage money staying here until I can afford to move in to the new apartment. I'm likely getting accepted for it. The problem is just I can only afford to do one or the other right now. I can go to the apartment and finish paying off like the down payments, the move fees, things like that at the new place, or I can secure my stuff. And it sucks because all I'm going to do is secure my stuff and then have to move it out to Edmonton anyways, because that's where I'm moving to. I'm moving a few hours north. I'm going further into the winter. Thank you, Ginge. Thank you so much. I appreciate the effort, and thank you so much for the raid as well. It's appreciated. Things will get better for me. I have a saying, and I posted it in my patch notes section of my Discord server, which you have to have a role to get into. You can assign yourself that role. It's just basically, sometimes I post some adult memes, some of my personal beliefs and stuff like that, and I want everyone to just be a consenting person to be seeing that kind of stuff. But one thing I did say that's not too bad is that bad times can only stay bad until they kill you. And I'm too much of a main character to die from this. So, just kind of the outlook. Okay, so, yeah, all in all, that's the general plan right now. If my ID comes in sooner, by the way, I'll have access to this fundraiser money and a lot more money, and once my ID comes in, I will be able to move to just straight out from Calgary to Edmonton unless it takes a ridiculous amount of time and I bleed all my money having to stay in this hotel. Oh, and paying the person to look after the cats. Yeah, it's oh god, I've had enough character development. I'm too pretty today. Look at those finely chiseled features. I know, right? Look at this. Oh. On the bright side, another bright side too. I love swimming, and this hotel has a pool, and one of the things I made sure to rescue, I don't own a bathing suit, it was a pair of shorts, but it should be good enough. Right, so I'm gonna wash them in the tub today from what the landlord did to them, and I'm gonna go for a swim tomorrow. I haven't asked if I could bring my phone into the pool, probably not, but if I can, I might try to do a pool stream. You'll absolutely get to see my face during that too. I'm just aware you'll be able to end up seeing me if that happens. What else? Maybe we'll walk around the hotel or the area, stuff like that too, if I'm able. I think that's about wraps up just what I've been up to, my general plans, things like that, what's going on with the fundraising. Why don't we actually talk about the fundraiser now? And then we'll figure out what we're going to play. And chat, you can go ahead and help out with that. Let me first. I'm only operating off of one screen right here too. So if I'm looking at anything else, I won't be able to see anything that you're saying in the chat. Okay, so first off, thank you very much, Minnie. Wow, for the $30 tip. Thank you so much. And then Mika, thank you as well for the 10. So we're actually already $40 into our goals. And I don't, just to let you all know, I don't feel, oh, Dreamer, I just went over, Subnautica could be fun. I just went over everything that's been going on lately. I love Subnautica. I've been having so much fun playing it. I just went over everything that's been going on lately, all the legalese, all the terrible things the landlords have done, what's going on, my general plans. No, not Minoru Mini, I don't think. It just says Mini on the thing. So, with some stuff, let's go ahead and pull up the fundraiser really, really quickly. So, this is the fundraiser, and thank you so much to Lulubelle for making this. And as a note, only donations on the Ko-Fi are going to be considered for the fundraiser. Now, you can see everything there. Why did I type sit? I meant to type this. So do remember right now, and Saf, if you're here and you can change that, or Lulubelle can change it too, I think, in Nightbot if you know how. If you can change that to just being Ko-Fi right now, because bits, subscriptions, stuff like that, that money's going to come in too late to help me. Also, the top donor for the night will get to create a magic item or cyberware in D&D or Cyberpunk. And this magic item will show up in the campaign of your choosing in D&D. You get to pick. Let's see. So, first off, Mika, I'm rolling physical dice because I forgot to set up, and Lulubelle even told me about this great online dice roller I could use that would show, but my himbo butt just didn't think to set it up in time. I'm having to blame it on himbo things. It has been a rotten day. So I'm going to roll a physical dice, and you're just going to have to trust me for what I've got. It'd be a fun way to engage the community. Well, Mika's the one who donated, and he wants physical dice. So let's get him some physical dice. Mika, what color? I got a lot of dice, and my dice bag was one of the few things I grabbed. Sadly, all my D&D books and my miniatures, ouch, are still trapped. A blue dice. You know, I actually have a blue die from when I playtested D&D Next. That was what it was before 5e. I playtested it in stores. This was before I was a full-time DM, and I was actually pretty new to D&D at these points. I was young. And I playtested it at LA Mood in London, Ontario. It was a really, really fun time, and in the end, I got a blue dice with a special graphic on the 20 that it looks like a sword kind of ascending to the heavens, and it was it's similar to the Lord's Alliance symbol, if you know what that looks like. You can Google it, but it's blue instead of their normal orange and stuff. I have to dig deep to find this blue die. Here we are. Oh, you know what? I didn't find that die. I did find my special Icewind Dale die, though. And Icewind Dale is one of my favorite D&D campaigns. Back when I did the D&D campaign tier list, I included it. So we're going to roll that. It's a really big die. You can probably hear it rolling. And a 14. Let me figure out what that one is. Oh, I have to. Knucklehead Trout, yeah. Essentially, like, okay, maybe I'll set it up on a break or something then. Let me pull this down. Alright, there we are. So, 14, Mika. To tell a story. I feel like I just told along with it. Alright, let's tell a story. And Minnie, if you're here in the chat, or whoever that was, if you don't want that known, I'm sorry, it's just what Ko-Fi sent me the name of the person was. Feel free to let me know and who you were, and I'll do your roles and such as well. So, with 14 and telling a story. Ooh. Gosh. Story. I want to tell a happy story. I feel like I just told like a really sad story. We're gonna... Oh shit. I should just find a way. Super. What story are we gonna? The most. Oh my lord! That is a story and a half. There's two different times. The time I was the most frustrated, and the time I had to. I don't have to do this anymore because generally I write my stories now for D&D. Pretty tight, like loosely, not tightly, so that's why I can like improv and move around it. But I have two different ones for the times that I got most derailed. The first story is the time I foreshadowed a boss, and I shit you not, for 2 years. I foreshadowed a boss, only to have it defeated by chili peppers. Or the time because of a very lucky nat 20 from someone and a very unlucky nat 20 by an NPC, I had to burn an entire notebook of lore. Those are the times that I've been derailed from D&D the most. Which one do you want to hear, Mika? The time that my boss that I foreshadowed literally 2 years in a continuous, like in a world campaign, like a campaign that spanned generations of players, campaigns and stuff like that, I foreshadowed. The chili one? Alright, if Valentin is here, this is his favorite story because he's the fucking cause of it. So any of you who know Valentin VT, he is the cause of it. And the character that did it, because of a bunch of wild magic surges, I forget all the magic surges that hit them, but they were essentially a 6'3" goblin with tank treads instead of legs. But that's not important to the story, just kind of a footnote to understand what they were doing. So, across the campaigns, Godmaker and Hero Factory, Godmaker being the first D&D campaign, the first TTRPG I ever ran that I charged people for. It was a version of Kingmaker I had written myself, set up in Pathfinder, and Hero Factory, which was my multiverse setup. The plot of Hero Factory was that people on a dying planet had been co-opted by a god who froze time on their planet and said, what we're going to do to make people save your planet is we're going to go around the multiverse to different time periods and places. We're going to find people with very strong souls, people that the gods like on those planets, and we're going to convince them to come back with us, or we're going to kidnap them. And when we have enough of them stored in this, like, intermission dimension, we're going to dump them all on your dying planet, and that'll convince the gods to stop the apocalypse there. That was the whole plot of the campaign. So it hurtled through time, space, and like all sorts of different settings. I had full creativity during that campaign. Hero Factory was one of my favorite things to run. I'd love to do a redo of Hero Factory at some point. It was fun. And a lot of it had callbacks to Godmaker, a campaign that sadly ended before it reached the end of the campaign. Now, in Godmaker and in Hero Factory, I hyped up a big bad dude. A dude who was so nasty and terrible, and throughout Godmaker, the players would essentially find these horrible blood rituals that were all like very, very super evil shit going on. And so they never knew who was doing them. They only knew one. Well, I finished a bunch of Hero Factory actually reached its ending. It reached its climax, and I ended that campaign. I was very happy with that. I've also completed Lost Mines of Phandelver and a lot of other campaigns too. What was I saying? Right, so I hyped up this boss through them finding rituals for a really long time, them not knowing who it was, but only getting like small bits and hints that it was someone called the Grave Singer. The Grave Singer. And over time, they began learning his kind of abilities without ever actually seeing him, just through survivors or like people they captured, things like that, and they learned more about these blood rituals. And that went on for 2 years. Me hyping this guy up. Hero Factory comes along, and the whole plot of this one like mission that the characters are on is that they are defending the last room in a palace of a kingdom that's being besieged by all sorts of terrible shit. And the plot I originally wrote for this was that, okay, it was just going to be like a last stand kind of holdout in this room. But then the players said, we want to push them back because they began seeing signs that the Gravesinger was physically present. And they were like, nuh-uh. This ends today. After 2 years of River hyping this boss up, we are fuck everything. We're gonna mess this up. So players gave huge inspirational speeches to the remainders of the Queen's forces trapped in this little room. They came out with amazing plans, and because they had been hurtling through time and space, the fighter had a grenade. Oh, no, Mika, this was worse. What they did to the Gravesinger, I hyped this dude up for like 2 years as like a threat. I've never had a boss in any of my D&D games get his cheeks clapped so hard. He got his ass beat. Ding! Welcome! Thank you so much, Ginge! We'll roll your dice in a moment if you can stick around, or if you're in a rush, we will, go a little quicker with the 20. Thank you so much. That means we're going to roll 2 dice. You get to roll at advantage and pick your result. If you want, I can roll it right now, but I want to finish telling the story before we do the big reward. It really is just going to stack up down there. I had the alert set up that it was supposed to disappear, the old ones. But instead, they're all just... I kind of like that. That's kind of funny that they're just stacking up there. Anyways, I never had a boss get his cheeks clapped so hard. And it wasn't through them just banishing him or like any one thing. It was a series of things that caused him to get his ass beat. Also, the story might have to get paused because there's no kitchen anymore. I had to order food today, and there's some pizza coming. So I'm gonna have that in a bit. It's coming in the door right now, according to Uber Eats. I am wearing pants, but I'm not wearing a shirt. This dude's gonna get like a bit of a view. This place has a gym, and I've been actively using it to kind of like work out a little bit. What brand? Friends Pizza and Pasta from an actual Italian place. It was the cheapest, but it's also like really high quality. They were doing a deal. Anyways, for the story. So again, you're gonna hear the many things they did to mess up this boss. Like they like, it wasn't any one thing. It wasn't like they just went lol banishment. It was a series of things, but it was the chili peppers, and we'll get to that in a moment. So anyways, the players are trapped in this little room. They decide, fuck that, we know this big boss is here, and we've never seen him before. We don't care if we die. We are going to go ahead and throw this back in his face, all the horrible shit he's done. Like, and I told them, I was like, okay guys, you need to make sure you're super planned, because as I've said, these hallways in this palace are filled with enemies. So you need to be ready, you need to know what you're doing, and there is a really high chance of character death. But give me a week to prepare, and I will prepare this all out for you if that's what you want to do. A week passes, they are fucking ready. Inspirational speeches, they pull out D&D tactics, like they get their characters with shields to legit form shield walls with the remainder of the military. They looked up actual fucking like medieval tactics on how to push forwards, and they used everything at their fucking disposal. Like they went sicko mode, and they powered out of that room that they were trapped in. They had a huge fight in the hallway. I'm pretty sure 2 characters did in fact die. Their plan was using spectral steeds from a series of magic items, as well as like the paladin in the group being able to summon them, the druid going conjure angel steeds. The party was going to lead the Queen's elite soldiers just through these people. And I know that some NPCs that they loved got pulled from the horses, and they didn't know what happened at the time. Their fates were revealed later on. Some survived, some did not. I'm pretty sure a player got pulled from the horses, and I remember one player, you'll love this, one player, a monk, she got pulled from her horse, but she had like slippers of spider climb, so she just ran up the wall, and being a wood elf monk who had spec'd into having a lot of speed, she just ran across the ceiling in pace with the horses. And she had a whip that she used as her monk weapon, and she was using it while running full tilt to be whipping people. Like, it was nuts. They went full sicko mode on these horses. And I did everything I could to kill them. Because I told them that this was going to be hard. Thongs of... That's pretty funny. So they fought. They fought so goddamn hard. And in this epic scene, I actually think it might be uploaded to my old YouTube channel. This session I'm talking about. Like, I'm pretty sure. Alright, it looks like the dude just left it at the door. He might have knocked and I might not have heard him, so I'm just gonna go out and grab it real quick. But just imagine this cinematic scene. They make it through, they make it to where they have tortured information out of a guy, they know where this boss is. And in a moment, I will tell you about how they absolutely clap his cheeks. And I couldn't do anything. As I've gotten a lot of my stuff, or as much as I could from the apartment, it's just a tight fit through some of the narrower parts of this hotel room. So, cheeks are gonna get clapped. You already know that. Here is what happens. They make it in. I'm not gonna go through the description of what the Grave Singer looks like, but they make it into a massive library. One of the biggest maps I've done. It was supposed to be a Library of Alexandria style size. And throughout this library, this big blood ritual is going on, where various ritualistic circles of severed heads are on the ground. Between all of these ritualistic circles, blood is flowing. And it's flowing up the stairs to different circles, through secret doors, through so much. The plan was, well, some players held off the Grave Singer, the others would have to solve a series of puzzles to figure out which direction the blood was flowing, to figure out in what order they had to mess up the ritualistic circles. From a DM perspective, very, very good and interesting encounter. However, it gets fucked up immediately. Remember how I said that the name of this boss is the Grave Singer? He needs to sing to be able to do anything. They kick in the doors to this library, they see the guy singing, they rightly go, that's the guy we've been looking for the last 2 years, and then the fucking every capable caster that was able to do it threw down a silence. Silence is like, it's as big as a fireball from what I remember just off the top of my head, but I do remember that there was now a huge amount of silences. The fighter in the party, who is this badass fighter, then charges the Grave Singer, and he has the Sentinel feat, and his whole thing is that he wanted to be a tank in D&D, and that's hard to do, so I set him up with no one can get past you or out of you in melee, because he had Sentinel, he had all sorts of fighting styles meant for tripping and reducing move speed, he had disarming ones, he had stunning ones, his whole thing was just stopping people from moving. Meaning that they threw down these silences, and he was still a hard fight because he still had some good martial powers. He just couldn't use any of his bullshit abilities I gave him, because I gave him a lot of bullshit abilities, because I was like, this dude is like one of my end game bosses, and they are like mid game right now, so I don't want them to kill the guy. And I gave him a lot of bullshit. I gave him like legendary actions, I gave him all sorts of stuff, all of which was useless in the bubbles of silence. Meaning he just had a huge like health pool and like some skill with some martial stuff, but so he's getting his cheeks clapped in there, but he's still giving up a good fight, and some players are going down every now and then. The monk is doing their best to hold him off. Everything is happening. Meanwhile, Valentin's character has sat out the entire fight, and when this is all going on, I'm pretty sure Valentin said, none of you need to figure out this ritual puddle. I like this flowing blood thing. I've got this, is what he says. And I was thinking the whole time, well, it doesn't matter how long they fight him, because he actually can't die while the ritual's going on. He'll just stay at 1 HP. So they have to end the ritual first. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is he doing? He's not going anywhere. He said that he's the only one who's going to solve this puzzle. He can do it on his own. What he had was a magic item called Marvelous Pigments. This magic item is a set of paints. You can paint anything you want, and then it comes to life. It's just an object. It doesn't come to, like, sentient life, it just becomes real. So you could paint, like, a door on a wall. Now there's a door and you can go through that wall. You could paint, like, a sword, and then, boom, you pull out a sword from, like, that you now have. It's... What he ends up doing is he tells me, I'm going to start drawing chili peppers. Chili peppers, I confirm. Yes, red ones. All right. I calculated how long it would take him to actually draw that, because it's the middle of combat, and it is going to take him a bit. What bad word are you going to say? What bad word? What bad word? What are you going to say? We're talking about the time that I've been this most screwed in D&D. Heck. Welcome, Rhea. Thank you for coming by to my stream. As always, it's great to have you. So, knock stuff over. Heck. So he just draws chili peppers. And he doesn't do anything else. He doesn't. I ask him, are you checking where, like, the blood is flowing? Nah. Are you trying to investigate to see, like, where the Gravesinger's looking? Nah. And I'm like, he's not solving the puzzle in any way that I planned for him to solve this puzzle. That's a worrying thing. Valentin always does weird shit. It's his brand. It is what he do. So he is just not doing anything I'm expecting. But eventually, enough turns pass, and they've managed to keep the Gravesinger away from Valentin's character, because the Gravesinger was like, I don't know what he's doing, but I don't like it, so I'm going to go try to stop him. And they kept him away. He couldn't get near Valentin, and these fucking bubbles of silence just meant that he couldn't do anything, this boss. So Valentin finishes drawing the chili peppers. Okay, you have exactly what you wanted, a handful of red chili peppers. What are you going to do with it? And he says, I throw the chili peppers into the flowing blood. And I go, okay, why? And he says, well, you see, chili peppers have, I can't remember if it's vitamin K or cortisol, but apparently they have something in them that coagulates blood. And what the party had found out is that anytime that they touch the blood, anytime something touches the blood physically, it gets absorbed into it. Meaning, he just threw a shit ton of stuff that coagulates blood into this ritual that is required have flowing blood. Completely bypassing the puzzle entirely. So, I look at myself, and as the DM, I'm like, I could say no. I think I could say no to this, but the Gravesinger is quite honestly getting his cheeks clapped. That is a really clever fucking solution to my ridiculous puzzle. So I said, I'll allow it. And I described as they watched the coagulation stopped, the Gravesinger in this bubble of silence where he couldn't do shit, gives a wordless scream, and they beat his ass. They take him. Wow! Guys, thank you so much for coming by. Yulia. Hi, Yulia. I was just telling the D&D story based on my, fundraiser that I'm doing, because we rolled to get a story told. Exactly like how the most time I ever got derailed in D&D, and someone derailed my plot by killing what I thought was an unkillable boss that I set up for 2 years. I foreshadowed this guy, and they defeated him with a handful of red chili peppers. So thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, Yulia. I'm just eating some food right now, too. For those who are coming in, I'm River. I'm a dancer VTuber. I run a lot of D&D content. Here, let me, although I really want the fundraiser up there because I need the money right now. I'm moving out, and I've had a lot of problems with my landlords. This is my my D&D room. Yeah, I was on a little hiatus. I got evicted. I'm streaming from a hotel right now as I'm trying to work together the funds to unfuck my problems. Yeah, my landlord turned out to be cartoonishly evil. They've destroyed a lot of my stuff, and I'm just trying to figure things out right now. So, no, it's a happy stream, though. It's my first time coming back after a while after this hiatus. I'm streaming literally from a hotel called the Riviera, which just tickled my fancy so much I had to do it. I told the whole story earlier in chat. If you guys want to come by, I upload everything to my YouTube. You can see the whole ridiculous situation. I went over, like, describing it over 40 minutes. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Right now I'm asking if anyone wants to support. The best way to support me is directly through my Ko-Fi, because I have access to that money quicker right now, and we're doing a bunch of rewards for it too. But anyways, I'm River, I'm a dancer VTuber, I'm a bard, I inspire people through dancing, telling stories, doing D&D stuff. Oh no, we did the command twice! Sorry, Saf! I was just so excited! We've got a lot of rewards going on. First off, I actually think that we might be close to Twitch throwing an integrated system. So anytime you donate anything to the Ko-Fi, $5, I give you a bardic inspiration, meaning I'll say something nice, I'll compliment you. With 10, I roll a d20, and I have a bunch of little tiny rewards, like telling a story, assigning you a character class in D&D, or all sorts of more stuff. 20, they let you roll at advantage. These are the different awards. What is a sleepover without pizza? Yeah, we're having a hotel sleepover and we're eating pizza. My god. Lemon pepper for my boneless wings was a great idea. So at $100, we're going to be getting Twitch integrated throwing system. $125, I will be getting a 3D V-Roid model with a Halloween costume done by the amazing Lulubelle. At $150, you'll get to name a god in my D&D homebrew setting. Honestly, it's been a whole hullabaloo. I'm trying to get back what is still in the apartment, but I don't want to go over it again too much because I told the super long story, but the landlord is completely in the wrong, and I'm seeking legal actions. I have legal counsel helping me. The problem is, all that stuff takes time, and you know, I'm stuck in this hotel until I can earn enough money together for the new place I've already put a deposit on. Anyways, you get to name a god in Hasalia, my D&D Living World campaign. At $175, I will reveal my IRL tattoo. At $200, I will switch to face cam. Although I look like a mess right now, I'm not gonna lie. Like I got a big scraggly beard right now because I only just got a razor today again. I haven't had time to shave. My hair hasn't been cut in a while, so you're gonna see River at his strangest. I might save if we hit 200 for face cam until I can, you know, trim my beard and get a haircut. At $250, I will play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy just to really upset me and hurt me. And we'll do that until stream majority votes to end it or I beat it. At $300, we'll be commissioning a safe for work art piece that chat gets to decide. At $350, once I'm in my new place, I'll be doing a desk reveal showing what my setup looks like. At $400, we'll be commissioning a gender bent river. $450, we're going to commission not safe for work art. At $500, I will do a cooking stream out of stuff out of the D&D cookbook. $1,000, River gets a new hairstyle. At $1,500, since I'm a writer, chat will get to write a fanfic with me. $200, we get a little lewd, and I'm gonna reveal my booty. It will be safe for work, kind of just like, oh, this is what it looks like in jeans, because I got a dumpy. $2,500, I will run the D&D Mega Marathon, and at $3,000, we'll get a full house tour of the new place that I'm moving into. So that's kind of what we got going on right now. Any little bit helps, but what's really important to me is if you guys are in any financial trouble or if you don't have the money, please do not donate and do not feel the need to, okay? I want everyone to be looked after. So, before we get to any games or anything, you're going to give me a moment because I'm setting up Oh man, my stream did not like me opening that. I'm sorry, Lulu. It looks like the minute I open that... Okay, I think it's working again. I'm setting up an online die roller right now for the donators, and Ginge did 20, so that means, Ginge, we're going to roll twice with advantage. So we're going to roll twice, and you pick which one that you want off of the list based on what you rolled. So give me a moment just to set it up. Lulabelle sent me a guide for this, but I'm a dumb himbo. Thank you, Mika. You have a great sleep, good buddy, and you know, again, bad times can't last forever. I'm gonna kick ass and get out of this situation. We'll be right as rain soon. This is confusing. I am but a simple himbo. What the hell is a chroma key filter? I don't know what that is. But I'm really dumb. I don't know what a chroma key filter is or where to find that. Let's do this. It's in filters on Streamlabs? How do I chroma key them? Alright, filters. Is that a source? Do I add that in sources? Sources. Okay. Oh, color block. It's probably a color block, alright. Oh, no, that's not it at all. I'm a bard. Positivity is my whole thing. But yeah, no worries, Yulia. I'll get out of this. I'm a pretty confident guy. I'm gonna figure something out. Bad things can only last so long, and yeah, you're doing plenty with the raid already. Thank you so much, Yulia. Hey, even if I made new friends tonight already. Scarth, Chod, you're following Chowd? Scarth, Chowd, Yulia, it's just good to see you. I love you guys coming in, saying hi. Algie, you know, kind words. Your community is just very warm and nice. Alright, so Lulu's trying to explain to me how chroma key is in filters. I don't know. Oh, wait, what? No, I don't have filters. I have a filter button. I don't have those buttons you're looking at. Hey, thank you for the subscription, Yulia! Remember, I use Streamlabs. Right click the browser source. Okay, and look for filters. Okay. Right click. Oh my god, it's there. Okay, edit filters. Color key. Oh! Look at that, guys! Dice! We have dice! Look, we'll put them right here. And let's clear that. Alright, and we have to throw 2d20, so... 2? I think that's how it works. And... throw. Huh. Oh, I probably have to do 2d20. Did it work? Did you guys see it? Did it work? I don't think it did. I have to open up Interact. Okay, how do I do that? My audio was messed up. Well, we know something happened then. I have to open up Interact. I don't know how to do that. Right click. I have select all, invert, transform, group, hide, remove. Oh, Interact! Oh, no way. There actually was something that said Interact, and I'm just blind. 2D20. All right, let's try it again. Throw! It worked! Kind of small, though. Hold on, let's make them bigger. So, as you can see... What? Ha! The dice is on the wall! How'd it get up there? It's stuck! Well, we got a 10 and a 5. So, Ginge, if you're still here... Oh, it doesn't need a add it up for me. That's nice of it, though. Let's pull up this. With a 5 and a 10, I either have to do 10 push-ups or I have to take a shot. I don't have any alcohol with me, but I guess for take a shot, I'll chug a cup of water. Please and thank you. Hydrate? Alright. I'm gonna pour it and I'm gonna chug it, and I'll chug it right near the mic so you get that ASMR of me gulping water. Hey, Optimus, thanks for coming by. Good to see you. Oh. Alright, I'll be right back. Lulabelle, can you clear the results? Well, I'll know if you can in a moment. Hi guys, welcome to the Subathon. Well, no, sorry, not the Subathon, Donathon. Welcome to my hotel fundraiser sleepover. Where is a cup? So the sink here actually scares me because it only seems to have 2 options. Either the water comes out in a little dribble, or it comes out in a Niagara Falls-esque torrent. Like, just everywhere. I've made such a mess with this thing already. Like, here, listen, maybe you can hear it. Okay, this splits on just regularly, and it's just a sink. This is when I turn it, like, slightly more. I don't know if my mic picked that insanity up. Okay, I have water. Hey, thank you so much for coming by, Algie. Thank you. I hope to see you again soon. We'll be playing some actual games tonight at some point. Alright, it doesn't look like Lulabelle can clear that, so I'll clear it myself. I think I'm just gonna hide it when the dice aren't needed. Hey, it absolutely helps. Viewership is great. Alright, here I come, chugging this water. Oh, I did? Oh my god, I missed it! Scarth, I'll check that in a moment. I must have got up. You heard my ding! And then the sound of something being slammed outside. Alright, give me a second. Let me chug this water right by the mic. I have to kind of lean like this. Ah, I am hydrated. Thank you so much. All right, let me see. And these wings are really good. Wow. Oh wow. I'm trying to speak. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much for the $50 donation, Scarth. Yeah, drinking water ASMR. Scarth, that means that again. Maybe I really should have put something individual for the $50 donations. I didn't think I was gonna get any of those. But that means that we're gonna roll a D20 with advantage, and you'll get to pick off my little things. Hydration check. Don't talk with my mouth full. I can't. The wings are so delicious. They're boneless. Do you know how much I like boneless wings? They were smaller than I thought they would be. I thought boneless wings would still be like the same size of regular wings. No, they very much aren't. All right, let's not that one. Where's the dice? I'm gonna bring the dice back, and we'll see where they end up on the board. Dude, boneless wings are so good. I've never actually had boneless wings. All right, 2d20. That is a 17. Huh. 17. What do I do when it's like the same one twice? What's a 17 on the day? 17 is I roll your stats in D&D, but I'm gonna roll one more D20 and you'll just get to pick between whatever that one is. And if it's another 17 again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. A natural 1! Alright, Scarth, meaning that either I have to roll your stats in D&D, which we'll do right now on here, or I'll open up Fantasy Grounds maybe to do that. Hey, thank you so much, Optimus. Thank you for coming by. And hey, yeah, hi, friend. You gotta take the laundry out of the fridge before it burns. Hey, wait a minute. There's a few things wrong with that. But, what was I saying? So either Scarth, I have to roll your stats, or for the rest of the sleepover, you now have the ability to restart any level or make me like re-go back to the nearest checkpoint. So if I'm doing something like I don't know, a shooter game like BioShock, you would make me have to, no matter where I'm at, restart the whole level from the beginning. If it was something with like checkpoints, you would make me restart the checkpoint. And you get to hold that until you want to use it. And it could be any game, anytime. Oh shit. Now, that actually, I will, if you don't get to use it this whole stream, you can use that at any time I'm playing anything. So, in my later streams, anything like that, you just can't use it during stuff like the D&D games I run, because I can't just tell the players, hey guys, you're back to level 1 now. Gosh. All right, I think we're now caught up on that. Thank you guys so much. Also, that means that we hit the $100 goal, meaning the next time you see me, I will have tits enabled. Twitch integrated throwing system. You guys will be able to hurl stuff at me. So thank you so much. I can't get it going right now, but maybe I will get it going during a break. I will be streaming for quite a long time. This is a sleepover, after all. And when I was young, I was the kid at sleepovers that never slept. People would be like, it's sleepy time, River. And I'd be like, so, would you love me if I was a worm? Yeah, for 400, so 300 away from that. If we get another 300 total donations, there will be a River with boobas. I will get Kitty River. I like of how we made the new hairstyle. Well, the new hairstyle is going to be rigged. The boob one is just going to it's just going to be a PNG as far as I know. Next up, we're 25 away from the Vroid model. With the Vroid model, we will I'll have a 3D River, and if I ever get a hold of VR, you'll be able to see me in 3D space. I'll also start playing games like VR Chat with a 3D model of me. Be like, hey, how's it going? I'm River. All right, we ate all the wings, so now I'm going to take out some deep wed. They included. This is very underwhelming. It's a lot of little pieces. They didn't even include any dipping sauce. A cheesy bread without dipping sauce. Do I have anything I could MacGyver dipping sauce? I don't think coffee grinds would make a good dipping sauce, or coffee, huh? Maybe it would. Coffee goes well with bread. You have coffee and bagels. You sent me something. A new one without the result. I actually do want the result to be there for some rolls. Like rolling people's stat and stuff. Yep, thank you. My ADHD, I absolutely would have forgotten about it. I appreciate reminders. So, what are we going to play first? I'm trying to think about what we could play. The Wi-Fi here is surprisingly stable. I thought that I was going to have a bad time trying to stream tonight. Look at that. It's going along pretty. It's pretty good. Ukiyomi. Or To the Moon? I've heard To the Moon is sad. I don't know if I can handle sad. What's Kukiyomi? Let me, Google that. Quick. Yeah, I can't really buy that, but it says it's free. Tsukiyomi says it's free. But it has in-game ads. And I don't know, like, if I get an ads for one of those, like, sexy games, it's all over for me as a streamer. Alright. Let me, think. Let's look through my list of games. I got a lot. You know what? It's been a while since we did a horror game, chat. And you guys like me doing... Oh, wait. If I let loose one of my blood-curdling shrieks, we all know how I scream when I'm scared. If I let loose one of my blood-curdling shrieks in this hotel, they might think someone's being murdered. Like, if I actually get startled by something... I hit, for those who are new to the stream, in my clips, you'll be able to find a lot of clips of me getting scared in Phasmophobia or other games, and I hit a really high-pitched octave. Like, my voice is pretty deep, but I shriek. Let's see, what do we got? Oh! One thing I rescued was my controller. I could do something like Hades. I haven't done a Hades stream in a really long time. Oh yeah, and Subnautica scares me. I scream a lot in that game. Like, Subnautica startles the hell out of me. I get loud. I have to be considerate of the other people in the hotel, though, and also that, like, again, freaking. Something that engages community. Didn't I get a game that, like, had a few of those? Yeah, Hades is low-key. Hades is low-key, and it's one of my favorite games. Something that engages community. That could be Immortal Redneck. People like me doing that. We could do more of The Wandering Village. I also got Cult of the Lamb. No worries. Thank you so much, Saf. You make sure you have a nice night, and thank you for coming out and supporting. I'll probably still be going when you wake up. Actually, probably not. I have important things to do. Cult of the Lamb sounds fun too, but I think I'm in a Hades mood. It's been a while since I've played. I never technically beat the game after it was released, but I used to be really good before it was released. I'm just looking for something that I already have installed because I do not trust this internet for me to install something else. A new game of Hades? You want me to do a whole fresh one? Sounds like people, from what I'm getting at DMs, though, they're thinking a more active game like Apex. The problem is Apex has to update, and I don't know if a multiplayer game is going to survive. Let's try it though. Stream might get obliterated, so if you're lurking, refresh the page if you're having any issues. I'm gonna hit the button that says update. Boop. Starting download. This might be like the time I tried to get Fortnite going and it got obliterated. Watch the Wi-Fi, like the internet, the hotel Wi-Fi just says, I have Fortnite, yeah. It's up. I don't want to play it though. Not unless Radiance was around. If Radiance is around and messages me, hey, you want to do some Fortnite? I'll play with Radiance. Thankfully, the update's small, so even though it's lagging, I don't think it should lag too badly. Another problem, too, for, like, any sort of game that's without a controller, I have Sims 4. I might have to download it, though, sadly. We might do Hades a little bit later in the night, then, but Apex sounds like a decent one. If anyone wants to play Apex with me, feel free to let me know. I'm going to jump into my Discord, and, yeah. Please play Sims 4 in the future? Yeah, sure, I'll play Sims. I'll download it up soon. So I'm gonna jump in just directly into my streaming chat thing. In audience. Oh, I have to start the stage? Okay, I'm trying this, stage thing. on my Discord right now. Anyone who wants to play is more than welcome. Okay, for sure. And let's get this going. Okay, with Apex starting, we don't need this plane. Turn off that. As a note, while I am playing a game like Apex, this is one of the things that I was a little bit worried about. I won't be able to see chat. Hey, thank you for the follow, Kenny Arkinpony. Hey, yeah, no, my hard time, I'm going through a hard time right now, yeah, but I always believe that a smile sees you through, you know? So, I'm gonna keep smiling. I'm not gonna let anyone take my happiness away from me. I own it, damn it. Hey, I appreciate it, Lulu. Thanks so much for being here. That's all I need. It's like people by my side. Again, I love this so much. I love streaming for you all. It's legit what I do, always. So, you know, thank you for being here. That's all I need. Just someone behind me or beside me saying, hey, what's up? All right, so the subathon, the fundraiser stream is continuing. Our hotel sleepover chat. As you can see, up there are the rewards. We're currently at the $100 marker. I actually think we might be a little past it. I have to, hold on, can I do some math here real quick? 3% of 3,000 is 100, yeah, but specific one. 10, 30, 40. I'm trying to do math here. Oh, we're actually at 110, meaning we're only 15 away from the Vroid model. Alright, so this is going to be really weird to play. I don't know how my model's going to do, and I will not be able to see chat while I am playing, so I'm super sorry for that, guys, but poof! I'm over here. Wow. Okay, give me a moment just to set up the things, stuff, the new nation. Oh, I got rid of the other people's because it doesn't show them at the bottom now because I changed this. Things I really need to think through. Let's see. Add the total goal as well. Thankfully, it looks like that's still tracking correctly. Here. Yep. Boop. A bit small. Give room for stuff to fall. All right.